Okay, for this next video, I'm going to do the Kenpo self-defense technique, Circle of Doom. And we have two Doom techniques in American Kenpo. We have Circle of Doom and Detour from Doom, which are both for aimed kicks. We also have 4 pendulum techniques, and the way to remember that is that each pendulum technique is for a different kick. So if you think of kicking step 1, we go front kick, knife edge side kick, roundhouse spinning back kick. So we have one for a front kick, which would be unwinding pendulum. We have one for a side kick, which would be hugging pendulum. We have one for a roundhouse, which would be swinging pendulum, and we have one for a back kick, which would be retreating pendulum. And of course, for the Doom techniques, we have Detour from Doom for a low roundhouse kick, and now Circle of Doom for a mid-level front kick. I'm going to do it on this angle, and I'll switch it around to give you a different perspective. But this one is one where we start in what's called a reverse guard. Reverse guard because typically we have our, whatever leg is forward, we have the front hand high. I'm switching it now where I have my right hand low and my left hand high. And basically I want to kind of frame my ribs so that he commits to that. So at least that's the idea of the Doom. I know where that kick is going. He's probably not going to kick me in the arm. He's probably not going to treat my hand as a hand pad. He'll go for the opening. Now it's usually done very one arm, where I bring this up and I go to reverse go. And that's fine. I got my body out of the way, but it's basically his speed versus my speed. Okay, whether I can go from the bottom and turn that into an extended outward block. But I can also follow a rule, and that is never pass up a body joint without checking. So I can use a minor major. My left hand will move only about 6 inches. So he does the kick, and I just basically, I get him with that stiff leg raise. So I basically helped get my his leg up and around and my body out of the way by just almost passing it off. So what I did is I went ankle and essentially up the calf. And I'm talking my way through this, but I can also catch him to the groin on the stiff leg raise as or even before his foot hits the ground. So if we do this again, he does the kick, right there, okay, stop, right between the legs. That's the timing. He was basically in a horse stance with his back to me, which is interesting because he was in a horse stance with his back to me, and I did the kick with the front leg. And then earlier, if you watch thrusting salute, I started from the top, went to the bottom, they were in a horse stance towards me, and I finished with thrusting salute. Now I'm going from the bottom to the top, reversing it, and I'm kicking with the front leg as opposed to the back leg. So if we watch this again, he comes up and around, and I turn, and I get the stiff leg raise, and then I get him with the spinning hook. You okay, Scott? And that's where the base technique ends. It's not hard to hit that because he's bent over from the groin shot, the stiff leg raise. One thing I want to show is that it's pretty nasty, a bit of Jiu-Jitsu here. If I do it one arm, okay, I think of this as like a little trap. And he does the kick. Look how that just led to my hand. Look at this shot. I have a really nice break there. And it's so easy. So this is, we'll call it the brother hand. So this is the brother hand. I'm just gonna feed this brother. So I'm kind of like, hey, leave me alone. I lean back, look, I don't even have to look, I almost close my eyes. It just leads right to this, crack, boom. And I can, I'll let you go. I can really snap it. I could even get my leg behind, I won't do that to Scott. But watch how easy that shot was. Got him. And all I'm doing is I'm feeding with the inside downward block, palm down, to this. I'm trapping, putting my other hand on top, cracking. He doesn't want to move that way. A lot of tension. If I go back to this technique, on this side, I'm going to throw the extension in now. It's pretty brutal. I'm going to move a little bit this way. So he does the kick, and I bring this around, get my stiff leg, get my hook, then I turn, and I hit him with the palm. And all that did was square him up for the uppercut as I go to my twist. Now watch this. I hit with the hook, and I back knuckle, and I step through with my heel palm. That's the extension. So the base ends after the hook, and there wasn't a allotment for the heel palm, but if you think of, I'll do it this way. If I just take Scott and do this, you notice how that turned his body So I'm doing a heel palm, almost a grab in around the right chest shoulder to square them up for the next strikes. Okay, so try this again. So I'm in this position. We go up and around, stiff leg, strike with the hook, palm, strike, hook, and I finish with circle of doom. All right, guys, give that one a shot.